wonderful. Wonderful Savior, precious Redeemer and friends. Oh, uncle. All right, so we're gonna go straight now into our syllabus, and of course, I thank that you have what you need to have. And please, one of the things you must come to class, we pray and we believe that God will bless us. So please be confident. All right? Be confident. Don't shy away from answering the questions. I know they have done some of this, Kelly, but for the benefit and thing for Elaine, we're gonna go through. We're gonna try and see if we can go through all 15 objectives tonight. See how far we can go. All right. Now we need to know what a polygon is. Do you know what I mean by the word polygon means? You know what the word polygon means? Anybody? If you don't know, say no. If you know, say yes and tell me what it is.
Sir, a figure that is made of land.
You have lands and
Sir?
a figure is made up of lines.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So what did you say? I didn't hear that. The call.
Yeah, she did not hear, so say it again.
No, I didn't hear what you said. You
No,
were saying
I was saying to give a definition of what a polygon is.
oh.
But she said a figure lines. The word I got you. The word poly is made up of two words, poly and gon. And the prefix poly really means many, right? The prefix poly means many. And the gon, it really refers to angles, really. Multiple angles. And if you have multiple angles, you have multiple sides, right? Naturally. So it's really a figure of multiple sides or angles. No. So we know what that is. No, what do we understand from the word perimeter? What do we understand from the word perimeter? What do we understand from the word perimeter? Perimeter. P-E-R.
Sir, I know
I-N.
me not gonna answer because we did last night.
Good, yes. It's for you, Elaine, to answer that question. What do we mean by the word perimeter? Elaine? Elaine gone.
No, me not
Elaine,
answer.
did it?
I'm right, yes, I'm right here.
Thinking about the perimeter?
Yes, sir, I'm trying to.
When we use the word perimeter. Oh. All right. While you're waiting on that, I'm going to do something. I'm going to continue from where we left off and then come back to the top, all right? Where we left off, then come back to the top. So we'll start back at 9, down to 15, then go up back to the top, all right? All right. So we'll go back to that question. Now, this exam speaks about calculating the volume of solids. Volume of solids. Now, of course, first to note is that The exam comes with the formulas can help you to calculate or to determine or to find out the volume of solids. So it's nothing, you don't need to memorize those formulas. You just need to know to identify the solid, what the solid looks like. When you see it, you know it. When you read about it, you still know what you're talking about or reading about. And which of the formulas you should use. Now, when you're reading formulas, try to read it in English. Because there's an exercise in algebra that says you must translate the worded sentence into algebraic expression and vice versa. So yes, you get a formula for find the volume of a prism and stuff such the like. So therefore, yes, you're expected to, yes, read the formulas like you're reading a sentence. Is that clear?
Yes, yes.
Good. Now, when we talk about prism, let's see what a prism looks like. Nah, pick on the brain too much tonight. On the brain a little rest. But sometimes when I pastor in church, I say, boy, I'll let you out soon. But I feel soon is always maybe or longer. All right. Now, a prism. Let's 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 look at this picture right here. These are prisms right here. So I just focus more on this one here.
Okay.
Eh? I didn't get that. What you said?
No, so I'm just saying it's a polyhedron because you pronounce.
Oh, okay. Well, they can't ask me because I'm not an English student. The part there, you know, you cuss me, I don't know, bad. You know, bad. I'm trying to find the picture. Yes, there it is. There it is. Now, so what are the different prisms now? Look at them and tell me. People come and call them, no man. Most can call them and tell me, no.
Square. You have square.
What are the different?
And
Uh,
it's like an oval shape.
so you have the triangular prism, right?
Triangle.
What else? You have the square prism. Good. You have the pentagonal prism, right? Rectangular prism, right? Hexagonal prism, and the
Oh, no.
trapezoidal prism. Now, why are all of these are called prisms? No, note it down. The exam can ask to find the volume of any of these prisms.
Because they're 3D
Because they are 3D, that's why they are called prism.
and them have height.
You realize a cuboid not in it? Is that a cuboid, isn't it? A cuboid, isn't it? A cuboid is there. Because the cuboid would be the rectangular prism. What's so special about these prisms that you're looking at? What you say, what the observation made, Kelly, what you said is there, but I don't think that's alone constitutes that. They all have height. That's true. They all have height. But why are they called prisms? A cylinder has height, but a cylinder is not a prism. A pyramid has height, but it's not a prism. All right. We're gonna look up for Kelly, look up for the definition of the word prism. Look up for definition. Google the word prism for me. You gotta type define the word prism.
In in, in geometry, it's a 3D shape with two identical parallel polygon base and rectangular or polygram sides.
All right, so I
Polynomial.
want you. So good. Uh, I want you to share your screen. Then I come back to this so we can read it again. Share your screen. Okay, when you come back, let me know. When you come back, let me know. Share your screen, Kelly.
Rectangular or polygram side. And then from my laptop, me define it.
And the laptop I use phone.
When I
Oh,
say never from my laptop, me define it.
oh, so what are you using in the class?
My laptop.
So I mean, so what
We
you
just
say
need
define?
phone.
Oh. So it's the same definition?
Yes, kinda.
All right. Now wait.
Three-dimensional.
You're back now, Elaine. All right. Now I want you to see what this person did in this definition as to when me asking certain questions. Let's go. But read what's there for me, please. Slowly. I presume, continue. Read for me, please.
Anyone?
Anyone? Read, Elaine, read.
A prism is a three-dimensional solid object with the following characteristics.
All right, stop. The first thing we'll get to understand is it's three-dimensional. Good? All right. Read the first characteristics, but read it slowly. Go ahead now. Read the first characteristics now. Go ahead
It
now.
has two identical flat faces called bases.
Bases. All right. So it has two identical flat faces called bases. Now, could you tell me in your own words what does that mean? Two identical flat faces. What does that mean? Does anybody have a box in their hand? A soap box or toothpaste box? I know there's a famous toothpaste box. Is it still there? Is the
Yes,
famous
sir.
toothpaste box?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You know,
Okay. What?
not new to
You have
me.
one? You have one to Eileen, or are you,
I
are
want
you
that.
sure?
I have to go and get it.
Run. No, don't run. Take your time. I don't want you to run. And you lose your bones. All right. When you come back, let me know, please. And those who are watching live on YouTube, some of you kind of selfish, Well, coming on and watching on the YouTube channel and not even clicking on the subscription button. But I see some person click on it and I think, thank God for that person. Right? And of course, we ask that if you like the sessions, you like what you're hearing, you're learning, you're benefiting, please. The only way you can pay us on YouTube is just to click on the like button and share the link with someone. Good? And of course, if you choose to come into this program as a student, you can go to the website and of course, fill out the application form. All right, you're back now, Elaine?
Yes, sir, I'm back.
All right. Say if you can use the box that you guys are looking at now and see if you actually see that specific characteristics. Two identical flat faces. Do you see those?
Print out what I'm looking for, sir.
All right, you're looking for which word in that sentence can help you to at least know what you're looking for.
Flat.
Flat, exactly. So you know anything flat on your flat faces on your thing.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, Mrs.
Is it faces them?
But the four sides of the part, so
So, all right, all right. All faces have, yes, but it has two identical faces. What do you mean by identical? Flat face. What do you mean by identical?
they are like,
They are alike, exactly. And they are bases. So if you turn it like this, you will have two identical faces, right? They are flat. So you realize now, what they're doing now, the same box that you have in your hand, they write sentence to describe what you see with your eyes. You say, come right back now, Elaine. Those characteristics, so then think about in them head. They observe and they record and describe what they have looked at. Is that clear? Make sense?
listen,
All right. Now, let's continue. Read the second part now, please.
the bases are connected by flat faces forming a uniform cross-section.
So the bases are connected by flat faces forming a uniform cross section. So the bases, now you see now, what does the word bases mean, by the way? What does the word base mean? What does the word base mean? Open another tab, Kelly, and look for the word base. Another tab. Let that one stay, but open another one. Bases. Well, in geometry. Yeah. All right. Read what it says. Elaine, you're a reader, you know. She finds you're a reader.
In a geometry, a base is a side of a polygon, or a face of a polyhedron, as I pronounce. It is
Good.
particularly one oriented perpendicular to the direction in which height is measured, and what is considered to be the bottom of the figure. The base is the bottom line of a shape such as a triangle or a rectangle. It can also refer to the surface a solid object stands on.
Good. So that's the base. Right? So the base is the side of a polygon or a face of a polyhedron. And this is particularly one oriented perpendicular to the direction in which the height is measured. So, but clearly, once you can stand on it, it is the base. So you go back to the other tab now. Go back to the other tab.
You put so you put the two piece up. I want it to stand. That's the
You
base.
find exactly. Exactly. Now the base are connected by flat faces forming a uniform cross section. Now, what does the word cross section mean? Look up for cross section. Define cross section now. So open the tab and look for the word cross section. All right, Elaine, you are the reader.
A cross section is the intersection of a solid body with a plane. It is two-dimensional geometric shape by cutting a solid parallel to the base. Example, a triangle, rectangle, or a triangle. include a circle, rectangle, or triangle.
All right.
So
So
that's the third part then.
that's the front part, yes, or the base.
Yeah.
So a cross section now is the intersection. Intersection means between section,
Mm.
right? Of a solid body with a plane. This is a plane, it's flat. It is two-dimensional geometric shape. So that would be the base in a case like this then, right? Formed by cutting a solid parallel to the base. So if you cut it so, the cross section is going to be parallel to the base. Is that clear? So when I use the word cross section, it's just something that is parallel to the base. All right, go back to the first tab now. Good. So we know what a cross section is. So the bases are connected by a flat faces forming a uniform cross section, which is the base basically. All right, the one that they stand on. All right, read the next point, next characteristics.
The other faces of the prism are triangle, square,
All right,
or
yes.
parallelogram.
Diagrams. Good. So the base is separate, but the other faces are of the prism are rectangles, squares, and
Parallelogram.
even though it doesn't have no it's not enough square, it's not a parallelogram. The pyramid as well. The pyramids only have triangles as other faces, but yes, it has a base, but it doesn't have the rectangles, squares, or parallelograms as other faces. So that's a distinct feature of a prism. Is that clear? Now, I want you to understand that if you study the prisms for yourself and categorize them according to how they look, you'd be able to write the exact things in your own words that this person wrote right there. That's really what I want you to learn when you come to my class. That when you observe, you describe, use a common sense, express what you see. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. Thank you very much, Madam Kelly.
No problem.
Yes, my reader and my demonstrator. All right. So we now see now that we have two identical faces parallel to each other. The top and the bottom is the same. Good. And if we were to cut the cross section, if we were to cut this rectangular prism, wouldn't the top of it look like a pentagon, the base same way? Wouldn't it look like it? Wouldn't it look like it same way if you cut it?
Yes, sir. It would,
If
sir. Yeah.
good. You realize when them are cut down, let's say for example, a coconut tree. You realize that the surface circular same way? Yes, because that is continuous shape going around
One
all the way
around.
to good. All right. So we see those features physically here that was basically described. All right. So this is about start about prism. This is what it's talking about. And you recognize that the remaining faces are what? You see? It as what? Even though this is a triangular prism, it means that the base of it is a triangle. But the other faces, though, the bases, as we can say, this face is perpendicular to the other face there, so and they are connected. Good. So guess what happened now? But you have what? Rectangular sides. See, it's a rectangle. Next to the rectangle, even the part that's where it's standing is a rectangle too. Right? So the trapezoid too. The front right here is a trapezoid going there, but the sides are rectangles and squares. You see that? Good. There's a prism. So what they really do is take time out and describe the thing for you. So why you think you can handle the same thing? You can, of course. But we all can. Just need the patience. All right. So that's what a prism is. And I know you know what a pyramid looks like. I know you know what a cylinder looks like. I know you know what a cone looks like. And what a cube and a cuboid looks like. All right. Oh, you have the scissors now, Kelly?
Yes.
Eh? Where's that? Yes, I
Sir.
know. I have the cup.
Yes, sir.
All right. Turn on the camera quickly. Don't cut it yet, you know. Just turn on the camera and show everybody see the cup. All right. Eileen, do you see that cup, Eileen?
No, sir, I'm not seeing anything.
Oh, hold on. Let me make it seat.
That's it.
Shall,
Yes,
you,
I'm
shall,
seeing it now, yeah.
all right. So that's the cup. That's Kelly's cup. Now I want to make a guess first before she cuts it. I want to use your imagination. If she's supposed to cut that cup along its height, what what shape you think you're going to end up arrive at? She's going to cut that cup along its height. What shape you think is going to arrive at?
I'm thinking so.
Eh? Make a guess, man. You can guess too, Kelly. You can guess too if you want to guess.
Sir, you told me last night.
Oh, me tell you. Oh, sorry, me tell you.
But if she cut it, it's like a open, sir. It's gonna open.
Yeah, it's open. So when it open up flat now, which flat two-dimensional shape you think it will look like?
Or the rectangle, triangle, or the one day. Yeah, imagine it open it up.
Okay. All right, let's see. Cut along the height now, madam, and let's see what will
Yeah.
happen. Cut along the height, and let's see what will happen. Yeah, bust the top to and cut the straight across, yeah. Open it up flat, as best as I can. Open it up flat, 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 like a bommy. Flat as possible, flat as possible. What shape you think you end up with?
Like
What
a,
look like? Eh?
like a rectangle.
Okay, but these
Two
are
long,
the
two short side.
it have what now? Talk about it have?
Two long side and two short side.
But are the two long sides the same length?
Not in the bottom part this because the not no
No.
no.
So which shape you think that is then? It's parallel, you know. Those two long sides are actually parallel. All right, could you draw a picture then of what you think it should looks like? Interpret that. How you interpret that? How you interpret that? What you think it should looks like? Draw a shape based on what you observe and then what you think it should look like.
A triangle. Rectangle.
But open it up again. Kelly, say if you can flatten it out, flat, 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 flat. And you have tape? Kelly, you have tape?
No, sir.
Oh. So you can flatten it out best as possible. Flatten it out as best as possible. You don't see a shape come out there? What shape does that look like?
It kind of shape, so you know.
So what the nearest shape to it is? What is it, Elaine?
But the bottom part of the slab is curve. Round, but the top part was small.
So say it again. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. May you say a word small. Say it again.
No, I was saying, sir,
Mm-hmm.
the bottom part, the bottom, it
Yeah.
don't go big like the top because that part is small, so it don't go shape like the top part. Okay,
Shape are not going to be the same length. Which
not
is
going to be
it?
the same length
Okay.
at the top.
But they are parallel though, right? I want to show you something. Let's show you something. Continue thinking about it, man. Continue thinking about it. Continue thinking about it. So I like how you're brainstorming now. But so you have a top part and a bottom part. So they will not be the same length. All right. All right. So draw that. You have a bottom part and you have a top part, and they will not be the same length. Okay. You still not see shape yet? And what happened to the sides? All the sides them look. All the sides them look. Describe the sides them to me.
The side slant, sir.
Slant. Ah, la 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 la. Ah, la 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 la. Yes. Of course them slant. Of course them slant. Slant, of course. And what shape is this? What shape is that?
Okay.
No. Yeah? On a rectangle.
Okay, rectangle.
Hmm?
How long
Okay,
spent that side?
come
Or the
again?
entire thing you're talking about?
Me no hear you.
You're talking about the entire thing or the one in the green there?
No, man. The entire thing is some draw. You know some draw?
Sir, I want trapezoid.
It's
So,
a trapezoid. Exactly. Yeah. It's a trapezoid. No, I want to say if you're thinking now. I want to say if you're thinking now. So they give you a cup. Hey, let me tell you something. This could be an exam question, yeah? If they give you a cup and ask to find the total surface area of that cup, mercy. Mercy. Look at this. The total surface area of that cup. You have to know to find the area of a trapezium. Mercy. 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 Now, you see, a cup. They could give you a cup and say, find the total surface area of this cup. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No. So here's a question now. This line up here is a special line. I say if I can change the color of it. to blue. And this line is another special line. Color it to red. Now, let's say if you're thinking, what is so special about these lines actually? Tell me about them. What do you think? Tell me what you think. Remember you had the cup in your hand. It was a cup. Cut it along the height. Open it out flat. Gives us a trapezium. What's special about that cup? About these lines? The blue line and the red line. What's so special about it? Tell me.
So it is like top and the bottom is like base and then you know, to a straight line.
So come again about what you say about the top? Talk to me. What you say about the top?
The top did open up
Mm.
and the bottom did at the base, but now it's a straight line.
Oh, it did open and there's a straight line. Okay. But all right, what is it? What is the thing? Think, what does it think? What does it think? Elaine, what do you think?
I'm thinking so.
Mm.
I'm not thinking about the cup because it's
Yeah. May I listen to you? Go ahead.
that part it couldn't stand on its own. Just looking at the cup.
Mm. Couldn't stand on its own. Okay. Okay. I want to see the movement of the cup. The cup, you saw the cup originally. It was cut along. It was actually cut along its height. It opened up flat. Give us a trapezium. What? Give me something special about this line and this line. All right. Let's think about it.
One is small and one is
Long. Well, that's true. So if one small and one is long. Think about it. You're going into a direction I want it to go to now. One small, one is long. Come. Keep thinking. Deeper. This exercise will help build your reasoning capacity. You better believe it. You better believe it. Using it help build your reasoning capacity. Keep thinking it out. Keep thinking.
but same word. But in the same thing, camera and narrow and wide, the same thing.
Long and wide.
Narrow
Oh,
and at the bottom part would be narrow and it's would be wide, but it's the same thing.
oh. Let's see. Long and wide. It's the same thing. Okay. All right. Continue. Keep thinking. What Mr. Bernard I try to figure out? What am I trying to say to me? What am I trying to figure? What am I what's that? That's the one on it now, right? What am I trying to think? What's the Bernard trying to figure out? What's the Bernard trying to think about now? Seriously, what am I thinking about? Yeah, Mr. Bernard, I think about something for sure. Think about it. There's something special about it, you know. All right. Open up by the. Go ahead, Elaine. Go ahead, Elaine.
When I see it as yet, sir. So maybe when you tell me we're able to see it.
When we do it?
If when you tell me we're able to see it, you say there's something special about it.
Yeah, but me not tell what's special.
But I'm looking at it, not say anything special about it.
After me, I do the exam.
I know, so, but we never say nothing special about it.
All right. Kelly, turn on the camera again. You have another cup, Kelly? Do you have another cup?
No, sir.
Are there only one cup alone Kelly can come to the class? I buy the cup, Kelly? Mine?
No,
I
sir.
know.
I don't. I did I last plastic cup in the house.
God have mercy again. All right, at least a sacrifice is nothing wrong. So, you know, a plastic cup in your house, Alien?
Yes, sir.
You don't have to have none in it. Do you have any plastic cups in your house? You don't have to have none. And a soup cup
Yes, sir. I have plastic cup.
and a cup. And go for your plastic cup, no man. But you're not gonna cut yours. Just gonna use it.
Huh?
Yeah, still I try to figure out. You have the cup now, Elaine? This part is where your brain went to start to get better. The more you try to figure it out, we're building reasoning capacity. We're building this capacity, building it up. And you continue watching the videos to boost your knowledge base and practice getting. All right, you have the cup now, Elaine?
Yes, sir.
All right, turn on the camera and show us the cup. Turn on the camera and show us the cup. All right. Now, which of those blue lines, which of the lines? Show us where you think the blue line would come from, or where the red line would come
Right
from.
here. And the red is
Which
right
one?
more wider. The top
Oh,
would be more wide and the bottom
oh,
would be narrow. The blue.
oh. So show me the line there. Show me the line itself. Show me the line on the cup itself.
This is the line, sir. The
Show me
red
the line on
line.
the cup itself.
This is the red line and this is the blue line.
Show me the all you show me is a point. Show me the line. Use your finger and show me the line itself on the cup.
When you cut along the line, you start from right here. When you
That's at
open
the
up,
height. What about the blue line? Line? Where the blue line generate from? You see the blue line is shortest one. So where? Show me. Show me the blue line on that. Use the hand and show me the blue line. The finger and show me the blue line.
then shoot from the side, so you know, cut from the side.
Can't be on the side because the side will give the height. All right. Which lines on this shape that we have, flat shape we have, will be the side when you cut it?
Repeat that.
Which lines? The line where which color lines on the shape that we drew, that I drew on my board, would be where you touched a while ago.
I
I
mean,
want you to take a good.
this
Yeah,
will be the
that's
bottom.
where. But where would the blue line be? Where the blue line comes from?
Not
Where the
sure.
blue line comes? Tell me. Take a good look. You see the blue line is the shortest line, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so show me, use your finger and show me where the blue line come from. When you cut it, where would the blue line come from?
If I was sure that
Yes.
it will from the side because it would open up. It would
So
come
when
from
it
the
open
line,
up,
open up. And it will come from the side.
which part of the cup? Which part of the cup? All right, slow down your thoughts. Slow it down. Don't rush your thoughts. Take time on slow it down. Good. You're coming, you're getting there. That's where we want. That's where we're taking it. That's where we're taking it. Now, I want you to look at the cup again. I want you to look at the cup again, right? Look at the cup again. All right. Tell me the shapes that make up that cup that you can easily identify as it is in your hand there.
With the cup, the
Oh,
shape.
the one shape alone you can tell me, Elaine.
Each one, sir.
Yeah, what shape make up the cup? So,
It's
so what's the
round.
shape? What name of the shape? Round? No,
You look
shape
like
name
it's
round.
cone. That look like a cone.
A cone. Okay. But what shape make it up?
Circle.
Exactly. So are you afraid of the circle? Tell me, are you too simple? Which is it? Too simple or too afraid to say it? Tell me. Tell me. Can I be
No,
scared of the
but sir,
word circle?
but sir, when it cut in, I got on circle again.
Ah, wait till I turn.
Wait, that the name? Chop something that's written. Trapezium. Circle.
Trapezium. Yeah, but the blue line for the trapezium, we want to know now where on this cup would get that blue line part from.
They want the circle part here. That is like a burst. But we don't know where it
Answering no. The circle part there. But which part of the circle part? Use your finger and show me which part of the circle part.
you wanna see.
No, man, you are tell yourself saying no. You see it now, but you say, I can't that.
No, so look, I
Stop
thought
telling
something
yourself,
else.
says,
They talk
listen,
about
man,
along the line and just go
trust
start from right
the process.
here.
Trust the. All right, so use your finger and trace it and tell me, use your finger and trace. Use your finger and trace it.
I'm tracing this here from the top right down and just and you open from here. You open from this side.
No, but where be? Where would the blue line be? You show me to the circle, you know.
The
So
blue line with
where you
the
gone above the you're gone above the base for? All right.
I don't know if I find it here.
Take a deep breath. You have a you have a think. Just allow yourself to think. Trust this process. Just trust the process. It is very simple, but because you think too hard. That's why you're thinking too hard. You think too hard. Trust the process, man. Use your common
I
sense.
mix me up too, sir.
Maybe I love that word there now.
Thinking other must me up.
Eh? What is that?
They're thinking other mess me up too.
What do you mean I mess you up? What mess you up?
So they're thinking hard. It's messing me up too.
Yeah, yeah, you know, overthink. Just take your time and think. Yeah, yeah, show me, but me because me more if you show me properly. All right, show me again where they show me when they say the blue line, where the blue line come from.
When I spit
So you
here,
depends
sir.
on,
When I spit right here,
all right, but
it's on
split
the
right
line.
there.
The blue
Mhm.
line will start from right here. When it open up, however angle you cut it from, it will open up. So it
Yeah.
start from the line right here.
So when it open about what? Yeah, but when it open, what happened?
When it open up, it
Mhm.
turn out a trapezium. It won't be a circle again.
Yeah, it will be a trapezium. But which part we want to know now? The blue line is the blue line part of the trapezium was which part of the cup?
Let me try to figure out, sir.
Don't tell yourself that. Try figure it out. I get a couple of minutes left to try figure it out. Then I ask Kelly to tell me.
You know, maybe should I understand more and tell me. I
No,
appreciate it.
man. No, 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 no. I swear God, Kelly, Kelly will be wrong too. Me drilled Kelly last night. You should hear Kelly sound like you last night. Me drill her last night. You don't understand it, you know? Because she always try to come on. Me drill her. Me drill her brain doesn't see him. So don't compare. No, it doesn't
Nah,
work like.
but me not really want to drilling like I should be not 100%. Drilling me not
All
really.
right, where in the red line that come from there? Which part in the red line that
No,
come
the red
from?
line start from right here. This is the red
Which
line.
part?
It will be the red
Show
line.
the entire part of the red line. Now show me.
When you cut right here, so the red line start from here
And go which part?
and go out.
Yeah, so show me about the cup.
If you cut this cup, sir,
No, don't cut it, don't cut it. If you were to if you were to if you were to put back the put back the trapezium box to form back the cup, where the blue line be and where the red line be.
the blue one would be at the bottom and the red one would be at the top.
Yes, me realize you see that. So show me on the cup now. Take your time. You get in there. Take your time. Take your time. You get in there. So which part now? You say when you see the blue line around there at the bottom, show me outline the show me. Use a finger and show me. Show me the blue line. Show me blue line. You have a thread? You have a thread then? Do you have a thread?
I will have to go for it.
Alright, you go for the thread. While you're going for the thread, I'm gonna ask Kelly to answer the question. More and say if you know. If you have an idea. Come Kelly, talk to me. Tell me about the blue line, red line, and the cup now. And use the right words.
The
Yes, go ahead.
blue line has to be the bottom part, which is the base. Probably that is smaller part. And then the long part has to be the 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 circular part of right top.
Circular part by top. That me, yeah. Yeah, shy, yeah, make it sound, say it sound like car, you know. Come, you still heard it,
Yes, sir.
give me the right answer.
Is it
Come
thread?
now, Ilian, you have the thread?
Yes, sir. Stay thread there.
You have the thread?
Yes, sir.
All right, all right. I want to show me use the thread now. And show me now. Which part of the cup will I have which line? The thread more I have use.
Which part?
Of the cup, use the thread, and form the blue line from the cup. Use the thread and form the blue line from the cup.
The blue line from the cup.
So the top part would have be top, and then the blue line would have be top, and the bottom line would have be base.
Good. All right. So when you open it up, what you get?
So am I the right way? Not sure.
You tell me what you think now, Elena. Stop. I don't know. You tell me. You have eyes in it. You're not. Me not have your eyes in it. So I don't know what you see. You tell me what you see. No matter the power of the eyes now. That may I try and make it see for yourself. That's all if you use your eyes and stop using your brain. Stop stress your brain.
Yeah,
So you said there's a blue line on there? Yeah, sure.
no, sir. I do
Yeah,
some.
sure.
Because what I think of
Where did you have the thread before? We had the thread. What were you?
right here. This thread
Stop
start from
thinking about
this.
the cut. Mm.
But I
Stop
wouldn't,
thinking about the cut,
if I
man.
should use the thread, sir, I wouldn't get a point. That would go around. So I wouldn't get a point to start
There's a
from.
oh, you are thinking about the cut. Stop thinking about the cut. Use your eyes and work with your eyes and where you're having it. What I said about the cut out. That's that I try to cut out your brain. Stop think like that. Focus on what you have in front of you. Exactly. The trade are going to go round. There's a reason why the trade going to go round. So when the trade go round and you open it up, where you end up and get back? Tell me. When the trade go round
You can
and
go
you
around.
open it up back. Wait, it was straight line same way, right?
Yes, I should get a straight
And
line.
what's the name of that straight line? Then I must. And what name of that straight line be? You know what I'm telling you?
You get
You
the
know what I'm telling you?
base.
Want to break through.
You should have a base there.
Nah, using the brain. All right, now I give you one more opportunity. Put that cup on a plain paper and draw the base. You use a pencil go around, right? And draw. And then use the top part and draw. I ask you something. I can't give no more clue than that one.
I repeat that, sir.
Now book and draw.
Put it on a plain paper.
And just draw, yeah. Just put the cup down. You know when you put the cup down, you draw go around. Like you draw one circle. Use a cup to draw your circle. Yeah, use a cup to draw a circle. So use a cup to draw a circle. One the top part of the cup, draw one circle, the base and draw one circle. You're giving too much clues, man. Giving too much clues now. I shouldn't give too much clues now. I'm to the eye not good yet. And you forgot the eye doctor. When you draw the two circles, when you draw the two circles, let me show me.
We just don't know what you're looking for. That's the thing.
No. Every time you need to know where you look for. Sometimes you just go up on the road and you see things and learn without you never that plan, you never that look for it. When you go up on the road and you're the crazy them truck, you don't look for it. No, never that look for it, just hear it. When you want the crazy them truck, you don't see it. And everything you need to know what you look for. You just explore. That's what it's called, exploration. You're exploring. That's why it's called exploration. You understand? Because you're exploring.
So my two circle
If
makes
you never draw a circle, mate. Alright, let me see two circles. Alright. Which of those two circles would produce the blue line?
this one would produce a blue line. This is
Which
the
one?
bottom. This one here. And this is the
The blue
bottom.
line.
The smaller part.
Alright. So draw one line. Draw one line. So that blue. So what would you do now? So what does those lines have a name? Does it just show me? Doesn't have a name? It have a name. It have a name. So the smaller circle give the blue line, yes, and the bigger circle give it a red line, right? Okay. So what's the name of those? What's the name of those lines?
So this is a base, right?
It
Base.
can be what?
You
You know
said
the name.
base.
Now look on the circle we just draw and tell me the name. What would the name of the lines then? What's the name of the line? Because the circle is a line. That's what they feel to realize. The circle itself is a line. The circle itself is a line.
So you call it two circles.
Segment.
That's all.
So what's the name of the line? What's the name of the lines? What you call it? No, what you call it?
No, we just said prism. I'm not sure if I. I'm
No,
say
but the
prism.
circle, the circle in front of you. Know.
Yes, sir, but we just
What
now pick up
that
my.
those circles. All right, what would be the name of the line? All right, me ask Kelly. Say if Kelly know. Kelly, what's the name of the lines, Kelly? She just
So
draw
you
them
say
and show you. What's
circle
the name of
is
the
a
line,
line.
Skelly?
You say circle is a line for circumference.
It is the, say it again, it is the what?
Circumference.
You gotta break up for me. Say it
Circumference.
again. The circumference. Yes. You didn't say circumference, Elaine? You know the word circumference? You see, I think too hard. That may I try to tell you. Stop thinking too hard. It's a process. I think too hard. That you're overthinking. Use your eyes. Use the knowledge you have. And you see it. So yes, you're close. Well, let's say this at the bottom one. But while you use it and go right around. So you realize that whole, if you use a finger and go right around now, you realize that form a circle now, and that circle is the circumference. So if you were to ask to find the length of the blue line, you'd have to find the circumference of the base. If you were to ask to find the length of the red line, you'd have to find the circumference of the top circle. Then you'd have gotten these two lines, and you have to measure the height from top to bottom. And then now you could find the surface area of the cup.
Okay, so
Yes, sir. I have exam and this is all I spend time on. Let me tell you why. Because if I can get you to think all you need to think, then you are ready for the exam. It's just all you think we need to change. That's why at Cdplabs, we don't just offer a live class because I know how I teach. So I don't just offer the live class. I give a course, we cover classroom situation. When you come, that's why it's called a lab. That's why the school name Cdplabs. Because in labs, you experiment. That's why I teach the way I teach. So you have to experiment. You come to think. You come to solve. You come to brainstorm. That is why I teach this way. So I give you videos to take care of the regular classroom right on board behavior. But in my videos, I may still have a little hands-on thing, same way. But you go straight. In this class, you spend the time, the patience, give you time to think. Because once you get that breakthrough to think, then it start to flow. You actually start reason now. Oh, understand now. That is what we're looking for. That's why I tell you still have time. Because I have the time still to build that reasonability. So I want to see the beauty of this thing now. You get on the total surface area of that cup. But you have to cut it, flatten it out in the two-dimensional. And you'd have seen now that it give you a trapezium. Because you know to find the area of a trapezium. You know to find the circumference of the base, the circumference of the top. You find the two parallel lines. Then you add them. You measure the height, they probably give you the height, right? And they give you the height, and that's a perpendicular height that is between the base and the top. And then now you know the half is a constant, so you always use a half in that formula. So half times the sum of the perpendicular height times some of the perpendicular parallel lines, I should say, some of the parallel lines times the perpendicular height. Simple. Maths have nothing to do with number. It's thinking, reasoning. And Jesus Christ give you the capacity. That's why I said, come, let us reason. All right? Yes. You see, eyes alone do the trick, my dear. And just the eye them you need for yours. right? You just need to use the item. Use the item. All right. So I had to take you around that, take you along that trip for you to recognize balance that is being carried into the program. The balance is you do the work at the courses when it comes to the labs. That's why my students pass my maths exams. This is the reason why. Okay? Once they do the course material, and then come out of class, and you're thinking, you're reasoning. You know, will arrive at the right answer. But I want to slow your thought though. Don't think so hard. Just look at the obvious first. Use the obvious to figure out the not so obvious. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
All right. Yes. Good. So you see, you don't need no passport question. We don't need that. All right. Now, to God be the glory. Great things he has done, right? Now, convert the units of length, area, capacity, time, and speed. And I'm quite sure you know to convert from. There's a video that teaches you to convert units of length from centimeters to meters, meters to kilometers, and the reverse. When they talk about area, if you are given square centimeters, I ask to find it in meters square. What I would do is convert the length into meters first, then we're gonna find the area. Yes, that's what I would do. Much easier that way, right? When we talk about capacity, it means volume. What is what is contained, but not occupied. What you're able to contain is a capacity. Just like how every bus have a seating capacity. Because of COVID, the buildings have a seating capacity. How much you can contain, but it's still the volume of space occupied within. All right. We all know what time is when you measure, when you're measuring. We all know what the time is when you're measuring something. You can measure it in seconds, measure it in minutes, measure it in hours, and measure it in days. But you must be able to convert from seconds to minute, minutes to hour, hour to days. I can convert from, well, even days go as far as weeks, weeks go into months, months go into years, years go into decades, decades go into centuries, and continue onward. We can be asked to do the reverse. From years to months to days, back down to seconds. Yes. All right. And that has to do with fractions. Good. Speed, how fast you're traveling in a particular distance. So that's ratio. Speed is ratio. So I have a good understanding for ratio to understand speed. Distance time graph. Let me look it up. Since we're on speed, sometime that question might come up. Distance time graph. Let me look at it. All right. All right. Kelly, will you look up the distance time graph image for me, please?
Repeat.
Distance time graph. And share the screen.
Distance times graph.
Distance time graph, yeah. Look at the image. Images. All right. What's we gonna help you today? You better than me. You're better than me, sir. That's a distance time graph. Are you seeing it, Elaine? So we can zoom in some more. View image. All right, good girl. Good girl. Elaine, are you able to see the distance time graph?
Yes, I'm seeing a distance time.
Graph. No, you can determine the speed from the distance time graph. All right? Now, so one graph is saying increasing speed is acceleration, decreasing speed is deceleration. But the two variable that is being used is distance and time. Make sense? So there's a formula. There's a formula. The average speed, right, is really the ratio. It's a ratio. But the quantities compared is the distance and time. Now, I can ask a question. Which of the two is dependent on whichever one? Is it the speed dependent on the distance or the distance dependent on this? Sorry, is it the distance dependent on the time or the time dependent on the distance? Which one? Which one?
They go together.
Yeah, well, I could say it, but think again. Think about it. If you're walking from your front door to your bathroom door, which one really matters the most? How far it is or how long it takes to get there? Which one is more important? How long the distance to get there or how long it takes to get there? Which one?
How long it takes to
Which
get.
one? Which one is the actual? Which is what Elaine?
How long it takes to reach the bathroom?
Exactly. How long? That's why the time is on the x-axis because that is the one that actually changes. The distance remains the same. But you can either the distance doesn't vary, but the time varies. Right? However, so the distance really, it says because the distance between your front door and your kitchen will not change. It remains the same. But how long you take to get there can change. Because if you decide to walk faster, therefore the speed is there now, you take a shorter or a longer time. Make sense? So that varies. So time varies according to speed. Now, there's a lot of maths being talked about here, a lot of maths, right? Now, won't spend much of your time, as I told you before, right? 1.5 hours minutes to. No, that's a distance time graph, and there's a way to work with it. But the simple formula for it is distance divided by time, give you the average speed. All right, thank you very much for sharing your screen. Okay. All right, good. Now, so basically, you could do your own research to find out how to use the distance time graph or to use the speed. All right. Then use the appropriate SI unit of measure of for area, volume, mass, temperature, and time. Well, we know that area has to do with either meters, square meters, or square centimeters, or vice versa. Vice versa. Right? So just want you ladies to recognize, that the maths thing, the recital is solving some problem, right? Recital objectives are solving some problem. And scale drawings and determine distance and areas. And that gives me ability. Just use one little scenario to teach everything in math, a lot of things in mathematics. Next time we're going to go to statistics. Our next class will be based on statistics. I just giving you a feel of measurement. When you get to the measurement lesson, and please, know the time now. I'm over between now and the weekend. I'm gonna really, but got to beef it up. We gotta beef it up, all right? Gotta beef it up. So you're going to spend some time, do the assignments, watch the videos, then making notes, etc. I know today is Thursday, so if it's just hopefully Elaine, when you come up, we can join the Mataran Saturday marathon, and we go straight into Sunday morning, God's willing.
Yeah,
All right.
what else
So
have that's the guy training that
yeah, but I don't want night the master guy training for
on the 4th. It's at 7:30.
master Sunday morning.
Sir, me have exam Monday morning.
Go right back to Sunday.
Oh,
Mostly
oh,
1
okay.
o'clock.
Which exam you have, Kelly?
English.
Oh, see. Oh, yeah, the master in English. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, not a problem. Just try and spend some more time watching the videos. Every minute you can get, you pinch it. So I think we need to shut down. Maybe Shami gonna spend the weekend and go through the lessons them. But we want to try to. I'm gonna ask Miss Case to cover for me. Me and her got a little teaching class. We have a cover for me from Monday to down to Wednesday, at least Wednesday. All right. Um. So we're gonna do. All right. What do you feel like? You don't want to sleep or for stop? For content. Which is it?
So for me personally, I can't keep up.
All right. So we're gonna release,
But not 100% there right now.
Yeah. So we're gonna release,
To get some.
and then next class we're gonna look at statistics. I'm gonna try so we can look at statistics because good. But don't wait till I get there. That's what I don't want. You got 7 days from today is it. You still have a 7-day period to cover grounds. And you should have already started. It's not like it's 7 things. What I would suggest now is move on to see if we can still get some measurements into the thing, some statistics. So right at the top is where you focus. You can focus on consumer arithmetic and competition, which is a must. You can focus on measurements and statistics and algebra. You might not even cover everything. Focus on those things. Right? So, but make sure you watch all of them something there. Those videos, the measurement, or relations, functions, and graph is there too. If you just take it one day at a time, just tell yourself, so guess what? You know what? Have your water, have your glucose, so you need energy. Get some rest. If nighttime is best for you for study, you get some rest after you come from work or wherever, and then set your alarm to wake up and get to work. If you work better in the early morning, you're fresh. The first thing you do, you're going to have a devotion. You go to bed early, get up early so you can have an early morning devotion, and then You have your shower, so you don't need to bathe again. You just put on your clothes and go to work or go to school. So you get up fresh in the morning and take your time. You have lunchtime break, you go up on a course, use your cell phone and go up on the courses until you can look more work. You will still have the time. God is going to make a way. But you don't worry about the time. You just do the work, pray along while do the work. I'm sure you will pass your exams. All right? Trust me. You'll pass. Elaine, all you need to do is to have faith. And I don't think that you're a stranger to that word, nor a stranger to the impact of faith. Correct?
Okay, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
Correct. Good. So don't worry. You all are going to pass this exam. The last student I told that's just going to get grade 2, she got grade 2. Hello, she says she didn't study one section because she could have gotten a grade 1. Yes. When you go on the YouTube channel, you see her speaking, right? Good. So, but I'm just putting it out to you now that you're going to do very well. Just do what I tell you to do. Pray, daily do your work. So, Lord, give me some energy. Let me focus on what I need to focus on. And He will direct your path. Okay? It's
Yes,
a
sir.
ministry, folks. It's a ministry. All right. So have yourselves a wonderful night. I hope that tonight was productive. I'm not sure if it was productive. Was tonight productive? I wasn't so productive. Let me know. Was it productive? Learned anything tonight?
Yes, sir.
Learned anything? Okay. What did you learn, Elaine? Can you tell me? All right. But I believe you have learned to think. That's all I want to learn, to think things through. Apply yourself, think things through. All right? Good. All right, so that's it. Have a wonderful night. God bless you all. I'm praying.
Okay, sir.
Have a good night. Take care.
I say,
Good night. All the best in the language exam.
thank you.
Take care. All right. All right, folks. That's a wrap tonight. This is why it's important that if you think that what we're doing in our classes with our students, then you need to go and register. Register with Cdplabs services. So you have the time to be prepared to do the best that you can. Number one. Yes, and a little more. But you put that one.